Hey guys, this is All Stream That, and we are back with another episode of MLB The Show 20, Road to the Show, with our second baseman on the Los Angeles Angels. And we have 8 games on the schedule today. We're going to be playing 3 games at Detroit, 2 games at Miami, and 3 games at Houston. So let's go ahead and get into today's games. And here we are in our first game against the Detroit Tigers. We've hit 3 home runs against Manaea, so we know we can hit home runs off of him. There's ball 1, fastball high. And there's 2 outs and a runner on first with 2 outs and a runner on first. And that's going to be a long fly ball for out number 3. And we get our first chance at fielding. A leadoff hitter in the bottom of inning number 2. And that's out number 1. And here is our second chance. There's 1 out, runners on first and second. We are up by 1. And there's ball 1, fastball outside. And that one we swung a little bit underneath, I think, and we were also a little bit late. And that one is a double play. I thought we may have beat that one out. And here's our third shot. We're up by 2. Top of inning number 5. Runner on first and 2 outs. I thought they were finally going to put the first pitch in, and they didn't. And we're going to foul off a changeup that was low. So we have an 0-2 count. Still 0-2 after fouling off a third pitch fastball. And that's going to hit us, so we will take first base. And here's Damon Simmons, 1 for 2 with a single. And that was a ball. Two outs and we're gone. And there we go, the bases are loaded. That was a pretty good hit right over the infield. And we have Bryce Harper. He's 2 for 2 today. And there are 2 outs, so we are running on contact. We could score on a single. And that's out number 3. It's the bottom of the 6th. Ricky Cochran leads off. We're up by 1. And that'll be out number 1. We were hit by the pitch last time. We're leading off the 7th. We're still up by 1, and Eduardo Rodriguez is the new pitcher. Change up low, and we swung right over it. We foul off a slider for strike 2. A 1-2 count after an outside changeup. Inside slider, 2-2. And that's going to be a single. Right off the second baseman's glove. And we just stole second. And Bryce Harper has a home run and a double. He also has a 3-2 count. And we're just going to hang out at second base here because that's going to be caught for out number 2. And we've got John Curley 0 for 2 with a walk. And he's going to strike out. And we get another shot at the top of the 8th with a runner on second and 2 outs. We have a 3-run lead. And that was a slider outside that we swing at for some reason. And that one we completely missed. We were a little bit late. It was in the zone though. And wow, 3 sliders and 3 straight strikes. And it's the bottom of the 8th. There's a runner on first. Jake Lamb at the plate. This should be a double play. And we got it. And here's Ricky Cochran. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. And an easy play. And we've won. And here we are in our second game against Detroit. There's a runner on first with 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 1. And that is going to be caught by the second baseman for out number 3. And Chavez will lead off the bottom half of the first. And there we go. And it's the top of the 3rd, 2 outs, runner on second. Let's go for a power swing to advance a runner. It is tied in the top of the 3rd. And oh, that was a power swing. We just got a little bit under it. And that's going to be out number 3. And we've got 2 outs with the runner on first. We're down by 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. And that will end the inning. And leading off the 4th is Tim Anderson. We've got a 1-run lead now. And there's the first out. And now there's 2 outs in the top of inning number 5 with nobody on. And that's going to be another long fly ball. And that will end the inning. George Chavez leading off the bottom of the 5th. Easy grounder. So second base, to me, is actually easier to field than shortstop. So it seems like 90% of the balls hit to me on at second base are going to be right to me. Okay, it's now tied in the bottom of the 7th. There we go. And we're 0 for 3. Still tied, top of inning number 8, and nobody on, nobody out. And that was a slider inside. Wow. I thought that was going to be another slider. I saw that breaking in a little bit more. And we strike out. And bottom of the 8th, nobody out and one on. And that's an easy double play. And there is one out in the top of inning number 9 with the bases loaded, and we're up by 1. And we're going to get at least 1 RBI. Only 1. Bases are still going to be loaded. But we're up by 2. And here's Damon Simmons. And apparently we're starting off at the... Oh, actually, that was a strikeout. Okay. So here's Miles Harper. 2-2 count. And he strikes out as well. And we have won. And here's our third game against the Detroit Tigers. There's 1 out, runners on first and second. We're going to try and drive in a run. We are hitting 246 on the year. There's ball 1. Fastball outside. That's a good curveball. Just hits the top of the zone. So we've got a 1-1 count. 2-1. Fastball inside. And that's a 2-2 count as we foul off a changeup. Full count. And they're going to walk us. Okay. A 6-pitch walk. We drove a run in. We did drive a run in, so I don't know. Or no, we didn't. The bases weren't loaded. There was only runners on first and second. So now they're loaded for Damon Simmons. He's got an 0-2 count. He's got a 1-2 count now. Two and 2, and it is Jackie Robinson Day. Everybody's wearing number 42. Wow, so he went from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. And that's a double play. And here's Chris Fernandez with 2 outs in the bottom of inning number 2, still scoreless. And an easy ground ball. And we walked in the first inning. It's still scoreless with the runner on first and 2 outs. And we do have a 4-game hit streak. Probably should not have swung because that probably would have been called a ball. Okay, 2-1. Three and 1. Ooh, we hit that right to him. And we're going to find out in just a few minutes where that one was. We're down by 3, though. Wow. Terrible throw by the shortstop. Pulls me off the bag. We don't get any outs on that play. And it should have been an easy 2. So we're down by 5 now. There we go. So we're down by 5. I'm leading off the top of inning number 6. That one would have been strike 3 had I not swung. That was a pretty good curve. Okay, we've got a 1-1 count. One and 2. I probably shouldn't have swung at that. Still 1 and 2. And that one's going to be a fly ball to center field for out number 1. And here comes Todd Botts. 1 out, bottom of inning number 6. We are still down by 5. And that's an easy double play. And now we're down by 2 with 2 outs, top of inning number 7, and a runner on first. And that was a pretty good fastball. We couldn't get a hold of it. Oh, he's out. So we're going to be leading off the 8th. And we're down by 3. And there's ball 1 on a cutter up high. Slider inside for ball 2. Got a 2-1 count. That would have been called a ball anyway. We were just a little bit late on that. Three and 1 with the fastball outside. And that's going to be ball 4, so we get a walk. And a 3-2 count to Simmons. Okay, so he walked. That's no problem. And an 0-1 count to Harper. We're going to run. And we scored. So they paid no attention to me. So now the bases are loaded, top of the 9th with 1 out. Go big or go home, right? Going for a grand slam. That's ball 1, cutter low. There's ball 2. Okay. That's that's strike 1. Ooh! A little bit late on that fastball. Oh, we strike out. And we end up losing. And here we are in Miami against the Marlins for the first of a 2-game series. Let's see, bottom of the first, 1 out and nobody on. And we actually had to work a little bit for that one. And here is our first at bat, leading off inning number 2 in a scoreless game. And we will foul off a fastball for strike 1. We were 0 for 3 last game. Because we're swinging like that at those pitches. We need to do better. And here is our second shot. We're down by 1 with the runner on first and 1 out. In the top of the third. We were a little bit behind that one. And did he go to second? I don't think he did. He did, okay. I don't know why we swung at that, but we did. There we go. 1 and 2. We need to be patient. And that's not patient. And we get a third shot in the top of the 6th. Nobody's on, nobody's out. We're down by 1. A little bit early on that changeup. It's a curveball for ball 1. And that is going to be caught by the second baseman. So we're just going to try to advance the runner. There's 2 outs with the runner on first. Okay, we did not swing. So it is a 1-0 count. That one we probably could have laid off. But it's 1-1 anyway. 2-1 off of a high fastball. Three and 1. And they're going to walk us. So we completed that challenge. We did advance the runner. And we've got John Curley with a 1-2 count. There are 2 outs. And that's going to be a line drive into right field for out number 3. And here we are, top of the 10th. Extra innings, 1 out and nobody on. Tied at 2. And that's a broken bat. And we are not going to beat that out. And we end up winning. And here we are in the second of 2 games against Miami. There's 2 outs and a runner on first. We were a little bit early on that splitter. And that's going to be out number 3 as Trout gets thrown out trying to go back to first. So we're going to lead off the second. I should have swung up on that. But we were a little bit late. And that one should be a hit. There we go. Leadoff single. And here's John Curley. There we go. We're going to go all the way to third. That was a nice little chopper by Curley. So here's Simmons. Nobody out. Runners on the corners. He's got an 0-2 count. And we are out, but there's runners on first and second. We are up by 1 in the bottom of inning number 2. A double play could end the inning. And that should do it right there. And here we are, top of the third with 2 outs, nobody on, and a 1-run lead. There's ball 1, fastball high. Another high fastball, and we swing low for strike 1. And that one has got the distance. That is a home run. We are up by 2. That's my 4th home run on the year. And that was just barely a home run, it looked like. And we are up by 2 in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. Nobody on. There we go. And it's the top of inning number 6. We're up by 2 and nobody out. A runner on first. We swing at a low fastball. Okay, he should have went, and he did. Okay, we lay off that pitch. And we swing and miss. And here is Bryce Harper leading off the bottom of inning number 7. And he is out. And we've got 2 outs with the runner on second in the top of inning number 8 and a 2-run lead. And they throw a slider right down the middle. And there's a slider outside. We've got a 1-1 count. Two and 1. Sweeping curve inside. And that's going to be a long one, and that's going to be off the wall. And we get an RBI double. We're up by 3. It's our 3rd double on the year. And here's Ramon Nieves. Okay, he's got a full count. We're going to run here. And he's out. And here we are, top of inning number 10. They came back and tied it at 3. It's a solid contact and drive in a run. There's 2 outs, runners on first and second. There's ball 1. We're a triple shy of the cycle. And we're not going to get it. And we end up losing. And here we are in the first game of our final series of the episode against Houston. And there is 2 outs with the runner on first. And that will be out number 3. And here is Damian Huerta. 3-2 count in the bottom of the second with 1 out. This will make it 2 outs. And here is our second chance. We're down by 4 in the top of inning number 4. Nobody out and a runner on first. There's ball 1. We were way behind that one. If our timing would have been better, that would have been a really good hit. There we go. 2-1. That was a high fastball. And that's a long one, and that's a home run. We just cut the lead in half. That's our 5th home run on the year. And we are now up again. We're down by 4 again. We are leading off the top of inning number 6. And there is strike 1 as we foul off a 4-seam. And we miss another 4-seam, so it's 0-2. Slider outside, 1-2. And that's another long one, and that's another home run. That is number 6 on the year for us. And we're now down by 3. That was pretty much, well, that was left center. Had good distance on it, and we're up again. And we're down by 4 again. Top of the 8th, we're leading off. And that was a good fastball. We did not swing at it. So it is 0-1. Another good fastball, 0-2. And that one is not going to be good. That's a fly out to left. And we end up losing. And here we are in the second game against Houston. There's 2 outs and a runner on first in a scoreless game. And we foul off a changeup. We squared up on it. We were just early on it. And there's the 1-1 count. after a curveball outside. Change up down low. 2-1 for the count. Good four-seam. I thought that was going to break outside. And that's a long one. It's not going to be long enough. It'll be caught on the warning track for out number 3. And here's Jose Altuve. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. And he's going to go for a bunt. And the first baseman will put the tag on him himself. Leading off the third, it's Woodrow Reigns. Still scoreless. Easy play. And here's Derek Fisher in the bottom of the third. Still scoreless and 2 outs. And the first baseman will take that one by himself. And it's still scoreless. We're leading off the top of inning number 4. There's ball 1, fastball high. That one could have been called either way, but we swung for a strike. And that's a home run. So we've just taken the lead, and that looks like that may have been over the wall, like completely over the wall. That's our 7th home run on the year. We'll see where that one ended up. Yeah, it looked like it did go over the wall. And it's tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out, runner on first. And Woodrow Reigns. Easy double play. And we've got a runner on first with 1 out. Still tied in the top of inning number 6. They try to catch him stealing, and he's not moving. And we're going to let him steal. That's a 1-1 count. That one could have been called either way had we not swung, but it's a 1-2 count. And we are out. And here we are in the top of inning number 8. Nobody's on base, and there's 2 outs. We're down by 1. That was a fastball outside. We swung at it, so it is a strike. And we tip a curveball. So it's 0-2. And we completely miss a four-seam. And here is George Springer leading off the bottom of the 8th. We are down by 1. There we go. 1 out. And we have lost. And here's our final game against Houston. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and we did score a run. And there's ball 1, four-seam outside. And that's going to be a foul for strike 1. Good four-seam. I didn't see them doing another one in the same location. And we have struck out. And it's tied at 1 in the bottom of inning number 3 with 2 outs. And that should end the inning. And still tied at 1 apiece in the top of the 4th with 2 outs. It's a good sinker. And that is going to be a single. And here is Starlin Castro. They want me to take second. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to do the freezing thing here soon. Like it normally does. And we're out. We took off a little bit late. So here we are. We've got a 1-run lead with nobody out in the top of inning number 7. Strike 1 on a good 4-seam. We did not swing. We swung at that changeup, and we were a little bit early. So 4-seam inside, 1 and 2. And we completely missed that one. So bottom of the 8th, nobody out, runner on second. And there we go. We probably could have thrown that to third to get the lead runner. And now there's a runner on third with 2 outs. We're still up by 1. And that'll do it. So we got out of that one. And we're now up by 2 with 1 out in the top of inning number 9 and nobody on. It's a decent slider. We swung early. And that's going to be a single. We're not going to stretch it into a double. And here is Starlin Castro. And we are safe. That was really close. And here's Russell Wells. He's got a 1-2 count. And there we go. That's out number 3. And we have won. And at the end of this episode, we are 12-19. We are leading the American League West by half a game over the Texas Rangers. We have 85 at-bats, 10 runs, 23 hits, 3 doubles, no triples. We've hit 7 home runs, 16 RBIs, 4 base on balls, 26 strikeouts, 4 stolen bases, and we've been caught stealing 4 times. And our average is .271. And we have 7 games for the homestand for the next episode. 3 against the Baltimore Orioles and 4 against the Chicago White Sox. And that is going to end today's episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. Go ahead and follow me over on Twitch. My name is I'll Stream That. hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.